everyone, LadyPhoenix here, and welcome to another episode or part of Final Fantasy VIII. This is all in post commentary, and we are doing the Chocobo Forest Sidequest. And as you can see, the first forest that I am going to complete is right next to the Shumi village. So let's go ahead and get started. I was supposed to have this uploaded on July 27th, but I ran into an issue. I didn't realize that I scrapped my commentary. No, I'm sorry. I didn't realize how much of a crunch time I was under with the whole move or whatever. So I ended up recording the actual video because I knew for a fact that it was going to be a lot of cutting involved, and I was like, well, I might as well just do post commentary. It'll give me some practice, no big deal, and just do the commentary later. And it's the same issue with, or not necessarily issue, but it's the same situation with the Queen of Cards side quest, which is the next video. And I ran into a little bit of an issue at the apartment complex that I'm in now. The move was great. It's successful. I'm completely unpacked. Well, I'll say about 98%. And it's because I don't have any bookshelves or anything like that to properly display my games or anything. So they're still packed away. But I had some issues bringing my internet over, and on the 28th, which was actually technically speaking today because it's after midnight, some technicians will come out and get that under control. This is supposed to be a move-in ready place, but unfortunately something happened and a technician has to come. So that's why there was no video for Monday. And then Medieval was already into the scheduled uploader. So hopefully you guys will see this on the 29th, which is Wednesday, if everything goes right. And I hope it do. But let's get into the actual side quest, because the game doesn't really do a good job of explaining what you have to do. And I will try to explain it the best way I can. So there's a total of, I believe, 6 Chocobo forests. There's 2 different types of things you need in order to quote unquote complete the forest. To detect, you need the Choco sonar. You walk around, hold down the circle button, and when you manage to bring when the bar gets really, really high, you can bring down a Chocobo. The goal with these forests is to get the mommy Chocobo, get one single Chocobo by herself, and then that will make the mom Chocobo come down. Once you get the mom to come down, you've technically completed the forest. But you can use, every forest have hidden stones that you can get. And as you can see, I've gotten the Aura Stone. Now you want to go ahead and complete your very first, you want to go ahead and at least complete at least one Chocobo forest, because if you want to get to the Ragnarok in Disc 4, you would need a Chocobo, and in order to actually mount a Chocobo in Disc 4, you would have to actually complete a forest. So if you don't want to do the side quest, I completely understand, because it's actually completely pointless, aside from getting the Chocobo card and to mount one. But if you just want to complete one, then call it a day, then that's all right. A little Chocobo following behind us. Now, I just love the Chocobo theme in this game. It's so cute. Unfortunately, we don't get different variations of Chocobos, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick cut. There we are. And this is the second Chocobo forest. Still in the Shumi village area, but this one is kind of sort of closer to Trabia Garden. The first Chocobo forest, if I could bring it up, is, I believe it's called the the beginner forest. I believe that's what it's called. And this one is different from the other ones. Also, I would like to point out that if you do use your whistle around certain areas, and if you just randomly blow your whistle and there's not a Chocobo there, you will get your whistle stolen. Now, I don't remember if the help me tip was included in the original, because again, I'm playing the PS4 version. I don't know if that tip was included in the original or not. And honestly, I don't know if he would actually complete the forest, if Choco Boy would actually complete the forest for you if you use the help me tip. I don't know how much he would charge to use that prompt. I honestly don't know, because I've always just completed the side quest myself. It's not difficult, it's just that if you don't know what you're doing, then you gonna kind of be lost. But I'm about to do another cut. And the third one is also in the Trabia one? Or is this one close to the Trabia? I think this one is close to the Trabia Garden. The other one is was just south of the other one. I keep forgetting that. But it's okay. I'm trying to look for the actual names for these, because I know one is beginner, one is called roaming. The roaming one is a really toughie, because you really have to, it's really finicky, and you really have to listen out for it. Or was it the solitude one? I'm not entirely sure. The first one was the beginner's forest. The second one that we were just in was called the basics forest. And oh, this is the roaming forest. This one isn't too hard. As you can see, you have to go back to the entrance to get that one going, and get your little lone Chocobo. The forest of solitude. That's the one that I would say you will have the most difficult with. But I do my best to stand in place and have you guys see exactly where I'm at. Once we get to that point, which will be there in a few seconds, you'll see what I mean. But I'm glad I was able to pull up the names of it. Shellstone and Holystone. Awesome. So off to the Forest of Solitude, which is in the Centra area. Alright, so this is the Forest of Solitude, obviously a callback to the Fortress of Solitude, at least in my opinion, because it's very solitary and it's by itself and it's surrounded by cliffs directly south of Fisherman's Horizon, so it's not hard to find. This one is a bit tricky. Not only to find the lone Chocobo, which it really is a lone Chocobo, but to also get the treasure, because it's kind of weird. So it's really finicky. The Chocobo is behind Chocoboy, and you see me kind of like slowly inching because the sonar is in detecting this lone Chocobo is very finicky and is very hard. And at least to it could be my imagination, but it appears that even though you may be in the proper spot, you have to be facing a certain way. Now, don't quote me on that, but I felt like I walked over the specific spot several times before I was able to get the sonar to really like read off or whatever. And I don't know if it's because I wasn't facing the right way or what, but this one is definitely the one that would give you the most trouble because of how sensitive and because of how finicky it is. So definitely beware of this forest. Also, I'm not entirely sure if this is the way the PS4 had ported it out or what, but it seems like the music, whenever you find the mommy Chocobo, it seems like the music just revs up for like no reason. And listening just for the sound and detecting the sonar, thank goodness sound is not really important. You just really got to look for that meter to go up. It's very difficult for whatever reason for me. And I felt like I walked over this spot several times, but this is the spot. It's behind Chocobo. And once you get that bar filled high enough, you just bring that Chocobo down and mommy will come down, and that's all you have to do. Like I said, it's really not hard to find the Chocobo per se, because you don't have to do anything fancy, but just get into that Chocobo. So the treasure that you need, or that you need the mommy Chocobo to get for you, is actually directly below Chocobo. So you want to act as if you want to play cards with him, which you actually can play cards with him, and just say no, just move, and have the mommy Chocobo get the treasure for you. Now, once you find the mommy Chocobo, again, the forest is considered completed. So if you accidentally kind of like just blow your whistle, if you're a little bit off with your whistle when it comes to the mommy Chocobo finding the treasure for you, your whistle won't get stolen. And if you manage to get your whistle stolen from a Chocobo, I think it only costs 100 gil to get back, so it's not terribly expensive, but still, you don't want to constantly keep spending 100 gil. And this is the forest. This is the forest that you will most likely end up spending, losing your whistle a couple of times until you can actually get it. So I'm done with this one. And the next one is actually in this in the Centra area, and it's next to Adia's house. So I just went ahead and hit autopilot and kind of fast forward to it. And I think it's to the left, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, right there to the left of Adia's house. And this one is called the Forest of Fun. It's several Chocobos in here. This one can be a little bit confusing. But like I said, it's not hard. So first you have to get, I think, about 4 or 5 Chocobos down here in this particular area, and then you're gonna go left in the area where Chocobo is at, and you'll blow your whistle there, and there's gonna be a Chocobo falling down, and you have to he's gonna run and plowed through the Chocobos right there in the center. And I wasn't trying to talk to him. I was trying to talk to the interact with the Chocobo, but I accidentally kept trying to talk to him. And then I got confused with my menu prompts. Don't know exactly how I got caught up, but whatever. Oh, it's just 3. Oh, no, it is 4. Okay. I was about to say, I thought it was at least like 4, 5 max, but there it is. And there's the mommy Chocobo. I just love these creatures. Ugh. And I'm glad that Square Enix created characters that just love them. Prompto is a great example of that. Love him some Chocobos. I just wish that well, the newer Final Fantasy does it. I believe 13 have different variations of Chocobo, like red and black, but the ones that you can actually ride, like Final Fantasy VII. But off to the next forest. And this one is also in the Central area. And this is called the Enclosed Forest. Yay, I suppose. I don't know why am I pointing this out. But it's like south of Esthar. I guess that's what I was trying to get at. I don't think the enclosed forest is terribly difficult. Trying to think. Oh, I got paid. Yay. I know my C rank went down once or twice. But I'm not really all that concerned about it. Oh, this is the one that makes the Chocobos go back up if you don't have a certain amount of Chocobos already down on the ground. Yeah, this one can be a pain, but I feel like nothing is more of a pain than the Forest of Solitude. And I believe the treasure is on that big boulder right there at the top right. So, but like I said, you can't get the treasure until the mommy comes down. And so you pretty much have to solve the puzzle of the forest in order to get the treasure. Or is that where... I know there's something over there. Is that a Chocobo? Or... Oh, it's just a Chocobo. Okay. Well, it's in that area where you can... the treasure is at. And then once you make all 4 of those come down... I was about to say that one should stay put. Or not? No, that won't come down. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that I may come down, the very first one that I may come down and it went right back up because you have to get the other ones to come down first. Oh, so I was right. It's kind of on the boulder. It's kind of in a general direction, but what else? We got plenty of stones, which I can't really do nothing with, at least not right now. What the heck was that noise? Sudden noises make me nervous. So I think we're gonna head back to the Trabia area, yeah, because we've actually completed all the forests. Now that all the forests are completed, we need to actually get to the Chocobo Sanctuary. So we want to go back to the Chocobo Forest that was south of Trabia, or north of Trabia, which is, I believe it's the roaming forest, if I'm not mistaken. It's the roaming forest, and you want to hop on your Chocobo. And you have to take a Chocobo in order to get to the sanctuary. And it's kind of in Esthar territory. You can get tripped up on where to actually go. I just hit fast forward and I actually kind of got lost, and so you'll see me stumble for about a good 2 to 3 minutes on how to get there, but I mean, it's okay. Because it was 3 chocobo forests, and I knew the one directly next to Shumi Village wasn't the forest that I needed to go to. It was between the one near Travia or the other one that was near the Shumi Village, and I couldn't remember exactly. But anyway, you have to take your chocobo out to this area here. And this is technically Esthar territory. It's a lot of big nasty enemies that dwell here as well. And instead of going right, you want to go left. I kind of get lost in here because A, the camera angle is pretty atrocious, and B, there's like no sense of direction of where you're going because of said camera angle. But yeah, I do stumble through this. And what you want to do is, like I said, go left at that branch instead of right. But I did, like I did. And like all the chocobo forests, you will see a little lump, and yeah, my seed rank went down, which by the way, I will show you all the seed tests in a completely different video. So if you're interested in that thing, well, stay tuned for that. But you will see like a little perfectly round lump coming from the grass, like the other forests that we've seen. So it does just take some time. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure if you can engage in battles while you're on a chocobo. I just put encounter none just in case A, I didn't feel like fighting, and B, because Marlboros tend to dwell in this area. So that's the little lump I was talking about. And all the chocobo Chocoboy is here, and all the chocobos. Oh, and a little baby chocobo. Aww. Okay, I'm gonna assume that was the conclusion. Because I can't hear anything. And that's the chocobo card. Even though it says chocobo card, that's just a typo. It is the Chocobo card, so don't worry. If you interact with the chocobo again, he'll snatch some gil from you in exchange for some Gissel grains, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Final Fantasy 15 actually said that. Ignis, to be exact, to be more specific, actually said it, and it's like, oh, that's how you say it. I love it when voice acting is included. I mean, that's in the newer Final Fantasy, certain enemies and how to way to, just certain enemies and names. When the characters say it, it's like, oh, that's how you say it. And now I'm just waiting for someone to say Tonberry. Toonberry? No, I want to be Toon, because Toon is 2 O's. Tonberry sounds right? I don't know. But anyway, we're approaching the very end of this video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Let's Plays or weekend walkthroughs from the channel, please be sure to click on the links in the description below. But until then, you guys take care and have an awesome day.